The Kids Fund is there for people that give so much to others that are afraid to ask for help for themselves.
Firefighter paramedic Mike Long is talking about the Kids Fund, or Kindness in Daily Struggles, which is a fund or committee within the OCFA Benevolent Association that provides assistance for members of the benevolent who have a child or dependent that has a catastrophic need due to an injury or illness. If you know Mike, you know that his teenage daughter Marissa has a single ventricle heart that has given her trouble her whole life. They took a trip to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia to treat one of her recent side effects. While insurance paid for her tests and procedures, Mike's family had to pay for travel and hotels out of pocket. When he got back from his trip, he mentioned this to Battalion Chief Bill Lockhart, who, unbeknownst to Mike, is a member of the Kids Fund board. Chief Lockhart brought the situation up at the next board meeting, and they agreed to reimburse Mike for his out-of-pocket expenses for that trip.
A week later, a check shows up for reimbursement for our costs to go to Philadelphia, the flight, the hotel, not any of the medical costs, but just the incidentals on staying there, residence, taxi. The taxi costs were about $60 a day. But Bill and the Kids Fund stepped up and immediately offered without request to help my family and Marissa.
While direct donations can be made to the Kids Fund through the Benevolent Association, most of the donations are received through payroll deductions, which is how firefighter Matt Kress first heard about it. Since his academy, he's been selflessly giving to the Kids Fund every payday. And little did he know that a few years later, he would have a need for the Kids Fund. With one child sick, day-to-day costs like food, gas, and babysitting were adding up quickly. But a friend of his involved with the Kids Fund made him realize that his situation was the kind that the Kids Fund is there for, easing his guilt of receiving rather than giving.
They were able to make me feel better about it or not feel like I was taking away. It's there for everybody in the department. It's something that it is underused, if anything. Maybe because people don't know about it, or like myself, they just felt bad about taking rather than giving. It was very helpful, but talk to one of your friends who's involved with it.
Board members are Bill Lockhart, Dave Anderson, Jeff Hughes, Doug Van Orden, Dan Dufresne, and Ryan Bishop. They cannot stress enough that the fund is there to help, especially for the stubborn firefighters who are notorious for not asking for help. Their goal is to assist in covering any out-of-pocket expenses not covered by insurance. Keep them in mind when the unexpected happens because they are here to help.